Okay, check it to see that there's enough light. Okay.
All good.
So in case this actually captures my voice, my paper came in sheets of 22 by 30 inch paper. This is Reeves BFK cream. And it is, you want to use a surface that's absorbent. You can use fabric, you can use wood panel, but I find that paper is my favorite and my kind of go-to support. And the reason is because it's absorbent, but this kind of paper is also made to be put in water so it can be soaked. So if you were to do this on your sketchbook paper or something like that, the paper would fall apart in the water because it doesn't have sizing in it. So if you need to have paper made to a smaller size, I'm going to really quick do a demo on how to tear paper. So when you're tearing paper, all you need is your paper, and you need a ruler. And this paper is 15 inches by 11 inches. So I never tear from the deckled side. You can see here, if you look at this closely, that there's a decal, and if I can help it, I try to tear from a straight side. Half of 15 is 7.5. So I'm going to very carefully make a measurement here at 7.5. Okay, little mark with pencil that's easy to erase. And at the bottom, I'm going to make another mark at 7.5. So then you actually position your ruler or tearing bar on the little marks that you've made, and then you press down with this hand, okay? And as I press down, I'm going to pick up the corner of this paper, holding my fingers at the top, because it'll want to skid out. And I'm going to pull towards me. Whoop, see? And then I'm going to move my fingers down, pull towards me, move my fingers down, pull towards me, move my fingers down, pull towards me. Awesome. So, and then if I want to go smaller, obviously I do the same thing. So that's a quick paper tearing demo. I'm going to tear one more sheet just so I have 4 of these smaller sheets just for you so you can see me do it all over again. That's 7.5. And 7.5. And again, I'm going to position my tearing bar or ruler, take the corner, tear towards me, move my fingers down, repeat, repeat. See? Now they're perfectly the same size and everybody's happy. Okay, so my paper is sitting over to the side. Now I'm going to mix my cyanotype solution. I'm going to have 2 parts of cyanotype solution. Part A, which is called potassium ferricyanide, and part B, ferric ammonium citrate. These came together from Jacquard. That's where I buy my cyanotype stuff from. And they came as crystals. And according to the directions, all I do is take water and I fill up the bottle to the top. The crystals are suspended in the liquid. I put the cap on, and then I shake it for at least a couple minutes, okay? Shaking it is important. Same with this one. Came as crystals, I added water, shake it. The directions say to let it sit overnight after mixing the crystals with water. And it's fine to sit anywhere because these are containers are light tight. They're not going to let the light in, so it's absolutely fine showing it here. So now I'm going to mix my cyanotype solution, and I don't really want direct light. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix equal parts of each. And I have a little measuring cup here, my dirty outdoor measuring cup, and I only want to mix the amount that I'm going to use. So I think for, 8 pieces of paper, I'm going to need a pretty good amount, not a whole cup, but maybe a half a cup. So I'm going to mix a 1/4 cup of part A and a 1/4 cup of part B. So all I do is just pour in a 1/4 cup. Of part A. Double check that. That looks perfect. And now I'm going to go up to the half mark in B. Is that in the right spot, Charlie? For them to be able to see?
Yep.
Okay. So equal parts mixed. That's done. Now I'm just gonna stick in my brush and mix it up. Coat my paper. I just take my paper simply and I just coat it. And what I like to do when I'm coating, you know, you want to do it quickly so that it's not going to be exposed, because it is light sensitive now that it's mixed. Ooh, there's all these little... I like to have the brush strokes showing, so I usually use a brush, but that brush is full of dirt or something. So I'm just going to move it around. I'm going to take it and I'm going to hang it up in a place where it's not going to be bothered and where it can dry. I have a line with clips on it, and that's how I'm hanging my pieces. So, and as you can see here, I'm not going all the way to the edge because I love the brush strokes. Those will show up and they'll let some of the paper show, which I think looks really awesome. It's something that I strive for in my cyanotypes. So the reason you only want to mix as much as you're going to use is because you can't save it. Once it's mixed, it must be thrown out. So I could go all the way to the edge. Maybe on some of these I will go all the way to the edge just to show you a different look. Wow, there is this nasty goop in here. It was in my measuring cup because I used one that I keep outside. And it's kind of gross. Maybe I'll go to the edge on this one. But you want it to be even and you do not want it to pool. So, and this process, again, you want to take it fairly quickly, because if you're in a room where there's a lot of light bouncing around, like I am, because I want to film this, you know, I run the risk of exposing these too soon. Last one. It's good to wear gloves when you do this. I didn't, and I should have. But again, you know, you do not want to drink this stuff. As long as I wash my hands right away, and as long as I don't try to eat with this on my hands. So that's it. I'm all done, and thank you for listening.